Adama Adams, he goes by Louie, and he has the ball taken away in the backcourt. Filer feeds Bucker with a right-handed dunk! Dead ball timeout, the next whistle. Bucker opens up down low, but he got blocked by Hezekiah. Radovich the board for South Carolina State.
Open again, Turner for three, and he got it!
Filer lobbed to the basket. Oh, what a dunk by McDaniels! Frequent flyer miles in the holiday season for KJ McDaniels.
Lacey pulls it. He hit it! Shot clock is off. 5-point lead, Dremick a three. Missed the bank. Rebound down low for Lacey. He lets out a primal scream. Now Boise's got a foul. And they are able to do so with 12.9 to play.
Inside Minges Coliseum in Greenville, North Carolina, it's the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils and the East Carolina Pirates. Welcome to the Emerald City. Alongside former Appalachian State head coach Houston Fancher, my name is Danny Reed. And Coach, we got a matchup with two teams we don't know a ton about, but we do know they've got dynamic scoring guards. 44-32 is the halftime lead for East Carolina. Try to get to 4-3 on the season. Central Connecticut State at 0-5. They shot the ball very well, though, Coach. 50% from the field in a first half for the second straight game. East Carolina, though, 72%. That's their best showing in an individual half since February of 2013.
The first ever matchup between the Boise State Broncos and the North Carolina State Wolfpack. Hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving this year. Alongside Nate Ross, my name is Danny Reed. We've got two teams that so far combined 9-1. Boise State's done it by traveling a lot, Nate. NC State, they've done it all from home. 5-0 here at PNC Arena.
Well, and Layla in the background, only 2 months old, is a big NC State fan. But talking about Boise State, they went all over the country. They're racking up the frequent flyer miles. 4-1. They go to Wisconsin. Their only loss of the year to a very good Badger team. They go back home. They come here. Then they go to St. Mary's in California. So they're finding out what they have early in the season. That's the way Coach wants to find out about his basketball team.
Folks, we've got two teams that are really going to fill it up tonight, and Nate, it's going to be because of the guards.
Just about to start the second half. East Carolina with its best offensive half of the season, leading Central Connecticut State 44-32. If you're just tuning in on ESPN3, the Pirates hit 72% of their shots in the first half. Best in a single half since February of 2013. Central Connecticut State has to feel at least pretty good. They scored 32 points, second most they've scored in a first half this year. Shot 50% from the field. Most of the time you're going to be in good shape, but not today.
Chances are when we went into the locker room, we talked about defensive adjustments. I don't think there was a whole lot of offensive talk going on. You had to be okay with it if you're, that's a pretty good number if you're Central Connecticut right now. The way they've been scoring the ball, averaging about 55 a game, they're ahead of their average right now for halves too. So a lot of talk will be about how we guard the other team, how we get them shut down in transition. Right now they're 13-16 on 2-point field goals. So we got to work to eliminate layups, force them to beat us over the top for Central Connecticut.
13-16 is pretty decent, isn't it?
I could live with that. Yeah, I could live with that.
The Blue Devils basketball to start the second half. They're in all blue, East Carolina in all white. Teams haven't met for 27 years. It's the fourth all-time meeting. ECU with a thin 2-1 edge. Durante Drake for travel. Didn't see him a ton in the first half. I thought he may have twisted his ankle slightly, but that's turnover number 8 for the Blue Devils.
And that's one of their captains there, a guy they're wanting to get going. He's from North Carolina, and one of the reasons they made this trip was for him, to get him back down here in the area. They're trying to get him off track here and see if they can get him going in the second half.
Coach Dickerman told us that he'd have roughly 30 family and friends here from Aberdeen, North Carolina, which is just a skosh more than 2 hours away from Greenville.
And here's our first adjustment already, Danny. They've gone to a 1-3-1, which they haven't shown yet, which we haven't seen them play all year from the time I've been watching. So try to make an adjustment with the new zone.
Jerry Wisnett ducks inside for 2. This is the biggest lead for East Carolina, 46-32.
They need to find their don't allow a layup defense. Whichever one that is, they need to go with it.
Well, I suggested that they play everybody, but that'd be illegal. You get a lot of technical fouls on that.
And that'd be a free throw at least, not a layup.
Baseline drive for Drakeford.
There's a guy they want to try to get going here in the second half. Take a little pressure off Mobley and Cumberlander if they can get Drakeford going. One of their captain on the floor, so they've got to get him involved.
Drakeford has 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting, but no rebounds. Zangari had a layup, once better positioning, and still hit it. Turnaround shot for Zangari, puts it back up to 14.
He just wanted to increase his difficulty there on that shot. I believe the degree of difficulty wasn't too hard for him.
How about the starting big man for East Carolina? 18 points combined, 9 of 9 shooting. That's ridiculous.
A lot of layups.
Brandon Peele was fouled out front by Zangari. That's his first person.
And Central Connecticut is limited on what they have defensively on the inside, which is why you've seen some different zones to try to eliminate some of those touches. But credit, Lebo knows his offense really is buttered from the perimeter, but he's going to his big man, and they're producing for him today. That's got to be encouraging for Jeff Lebo.
In fact, the last 2 years they were in Conference USA. East Carolina led the league and made threes per game. This year, it's been a bit of a different flavor. Today, it's been much different with the big men and their successes.
And also the result of their free throw shooting. They've gone to the free throw line a whole lot more this year than they did in the past.
Zangari snatches the rebound. Here comes East Carolina. Antonio Robinson to Caleb White. Haven't heard a lot from him. Only 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting. But with Tejada's 11 off the bench and the big men doing so well, it's supplementary scoring.
Well, that's a great problem to have if you got your leading guy not producing as much and the other people are stepping up. Once again, Ziggy with a great angle on the inside, Danny, and found a way to catch the ball deep. They're catching the ball too deep against Central Connecticut. It's turning into layups.
He might want to head to Las Vegas after the game. 14 points, 7 of 7 from the field for Nzigi. His season high is 18, which he had in the opener against North Carolina Wesleyan. 2.5 minutes into the second, 50-34 East Carolina. Last time that Central Connecticut State had a lead was at 27-24. They went more than 5 minutes without a bucket as East Carolina went on a 12-0 run. Got a kick ball, so the shot clock will be set at 15.
East Carolina has been much improved on the defensive end since about midway through the first half there. They've really locked down and guarded dribble penetration. They've strung the ball screens out a little bit more to not allow them to turn the corner on them, and done a terrific job of getting deflections.
Cumberlander will inbound. There's Peel. Lost his balance, but locates Seymour. Rick the three. Caleb White, the one-handed rebound. East Carolina leading by a sweet 16 on Cyber Monday Eve. You gonna be getting involved with Cyber Monday tomorrow?
I'll leave that up to my wife. I think she'll take control of that.
Terry Wisdom with his second bucket of the second half, and now the lead is really starting to grow. It's up to 52-34.
Well, East Carolina's come out really aggressive here in the second half, and their offensive performance in the first half certainly was no fluke. They're coming out now and shooting the ball just as well here in the second half.
Hill on the bounce to Drakeford. Try to assert himself more this half, but had it ripped away by Antonio Robinson. He leads the team, averaging 2 steals a game. Tries to convert defense into offense, but a foul won't allow that to happen. Devin Seymour picks up his first.
Robinson here has got his mind on attacking the rim as soon as he gets his turnover, and he tries to get all the way in and does draw the foul. He'll get to the free throw. Actually, they called it on the ground. They're not going to have him shooting a free throw here. I thought it might have been a 2-shot foul, but they did call it on the ground. So East Carolina will have it underneath their own basket.
Barrett and Laney come back in, 2 new Blue Devils this season. Wisnett has scored 4 this half for the Pirates, but defers to White. 16:30 remaining from Minges Coliseum. East Carolina's only defeated 1 Division I team this season. That was Fresno State down at the Gulf Coast Showcase in Estero, Florida. That ball hit a lot of feet, not a lot of hands. Jeff Lebo was livid as Central Connecticut State forces the turnover. Open triple for Mobley. Still can't find the range. Long rebound is pulled down by Robinson. Mobley 2 points this game. He has hit just 1 of his 4 shots. Big man passes to big man, and Ziggy has not missed. Peel bodies him, and Ziggy is still perfect. 16 for Nzigi. It's an 8-0 Pirates run. The lead is 20.
Well, the 2 post players have been really impressive for East Carolina, and Ziggy and Zangari have both played extremely well on the inside.
Central Connecticut State can't wait for the dead ball timeout. This is Laney. Screen from Barrett almost got run over by Wisnick. Central Connecticut State just needs a good possession. Peel. He got the roll. Brandon Peel hasn't missed a shot still. He has 16. Who's going to miss first? Is it going to be Nzigi or is it going to be Peel?
That's a great question. Only time will tell.
Second foul on Caleb Cumberlander. We'll take a timeout. 15 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in Williams Arena at Minges Coliseum on the campus of East Carolina University. East Carolina outscoring Central Connecticut State 10-4 this half. Michelle Nzigi cannot be stopped. Halftime at Minges Coliseum here in Greenville, North Carolina. 44-32, East Carolina leading Central Connecticut State, shooting 72% from the field.
Back courtside, my name is Danny Reed. We're joined by East Carolina Athletic Director Jeff Comfort. You've been quite busy the last couple of weeks, really the last couple of months, but this campus abuzz after what the football team just did a couple of days ago.
Oh, yeah, that was a great victory for us, and we're looking forward to the game this weekend. And actually Thursday night now. We were happy to get into the American and start off the season so well, and so we're in the thick of it right now. It's been a great season, a lot of fun for us.
What does it mean to this program to have consecutive 10-win seasons? What does that mean to you guys?
Well, it's never been done before, so it would be the first time we've been able to do that, and this has been a goal of this team from the start of the season to get consecutive 10-win seasons, so they're really trying to do it, and we support them, and this crowd supports them, and we're really looking forward to that opportunity. So winning this Thursday night's important to meet that goal.
Now, part of this whole facility, Williams Arena at Minges Coliseum, we saw the beautiful practice facility located just behind us, which houses the Hall of Fame. Talk about how that was developed and the process of getting that going.
Well, I got to hand it to my predecessor, Terry Holland. He and his staff put together a wonderful facilities plan for this entire university and our athletics department. And the kind of the crown jewel is this practice facility that you had a chance to see, both men and women. They have separate practice gyms. They've got training rooms, team rooms, locker rooms, all identical to each other. And certainly the Hall of Fame that we're so proud of is right in the middle of both of them. And it's a great entryway into this whole complex and this facility. So it has meant a great deal for us. We have needed a Hall of Fame. We haven't had one for years, and to be able to honor the legacy and tradition of so many of the great players that have been Pirates, it really means a lot to everybody.
You're ushering in quite a few new eras now in the American Athletic Conference, your first official season. Early reaction so far?
Early reaction has been great. This is what we've been waiting for. Again, Terry Holland and his staff, not only did they do facilities, they got us into this conference. And I got to tell you, it has been everything we'd hoped for. We've got great leadership with Mike Oresco, our commissioner, and a great partnership with ESPN. And that kind of exposure is what Pirate Nation's been looking for, and we're very happy to be a part of it.
One final question. If you look around the scope of the league, 9 of the 11 teams used to be in Conference USA, so it's not as if you're going in uncharted waters. You know a lot of these schools, a lot of these teams. How has that helped the transition?
I think it's helped quite a bit, especially for our fan base, because they're not trying to learn new schools, new teams. But the level of play, they've gotten better for everybody. So the level of play, yeah, you can see the scope of this conference is far-reaching, but a lot of those teams are familiar to us. I mean, we just went to Tulsa, SMU, UCF, Tulane. All have been a part of our recent past. So we're looking forward to staying with them as we transition into teams like Cincinnati. And then we have the chance to play UConn, who I know is going to be a treat coming here to Minges. That's going to be a lot of fun, both men and women's team coming here.
It's a nice little footprint you got working there.
That's a good footprint. I like that. Can I have that graphic?
we might give you the monitor. I don't know if we give you the graphic.
I appreciate that.